All right, let's take a look at our baseball project. So I'm sharing the screen here. It works. On the left, you'll be able to see the baseball project in our Blackboard course. And here's what you have. These are the instructions, the baseball project instructions. We'll bring up this Word file. So let's talk about what we're going to do. You will be assigned a team from Major League Baseball. You will record the wins and losses below for each year. The wins and losses will be transferred to the template. So you don't actually have to fill out the Word document. But what we're going to do is look at the wins and losses from 2012 to 2022, and you will see that I removed 2020, the COVID-shortened year. It was only like 60 games, and that would really throw off the charts. So we are going to make a line graph and a bar graph in Excel. You'll also compute the mean, median, and mode for wins and losses. You will interpret the data, so you'll write some responses here. And you will submit this as an Excel file. And then there's some extra credit opportunities. And this is pretty easy. For 10 extra points, create 2 pie charts for part A and part B. And it's about a pie chart of how many of your pitchers are right-handed versus left-handed. And the other pie chart is about the batters. Are they right-handed or left-handed? And where it says note in bold, that's a note that I included because there are such things as switch hitters. But we'll get to that. So that is the instructions. And then we have the wins by year for each team. This is a file I made using baseballreference.com. It was actually more difficult than I thought to just find one big file of wins and losses by year for each team. So these are the wins for each team. And then we have the template. So let's take a look at the template right here. So you do not get to choose your team. Your team will be assigned to you. I will do the Astros for this example. So I have already done the wins and losses from 2012 to 2021. And what I did was I just jotted down on paper from this file right here the team abbreviations, HOU for Houston. If you have any questions about your team and what their abbreviation is, feel free to reach out. So on Baseball Reference, it has the most recent year listed first. And actually, our list ends at 2021. You don't have to do 2022. You can if you want, though. So I jotted down these wins right here for Houston. I started with 55 because that's where our template starts at 2012. So my list will go 55, 51, 70, etc. And that's what we see right here. So I gave you the wins for each season. There are 162 games in a year. One thing I'll show you in Excel is this auto sum button right here. I select two columns or two cells here, the wins and losses for 2014, and it will automatically add them. So again, 162 games for each season. You can get your wins and losses from a number of different sources: ESPN, Wikipedia, MLB.com. But you can just use that file, subtract the number of wins from 162, and that will go in the losses column. It is possible that your team played a tiebreaker and they actually played 163 games, but we don't need to be that specific here. Just take the number of wins and subtract from 162 to fill in your wins and losses column. So once we have the wins and losses filled out from 2012 ending at 2021, removing 2020, we will then make a line graph. So down here, well, I guess you can't see all of it, but we have the line graph, the bar graph, the mean, median, and mode. Oh, I can drag you. The questions from number 4 and our bonus. So I'll actually start with the bar graph. So how do we make a bar graph in Excel? So, some of you may be better at this than I am, and let me know if there's a better way. Because when I select all 3 columns, year, wins, and losses, and I go up to Insert, and I select a table, it scales it up to, the years, going up to, everything is around 2000 here. And that's not what we want. So delete that. Here's how we're going to create our bar graph and line graph. I select just the wins and losses. So I just click in a cell. I hold my mouse down. I select all of the data that we want to put in a table. And now I go to Insert up here. And over here are the different tables. We'll do a bar graph. You can get kind of fancy if you want, but I'm just going to use this first one. And here we do see the number of wins and losses per year. In 2012, a bad season, only 55 wins and 107 losses. But it's labeled on the horizontal axis as Series 1, Series 2, etc. So we have to manually change these labels here on the horizontal axis. So let's look at our chart here. If I can click in the whole thing and kind of drag it around. If I click in just the title, well, now I'm just in the title. So you can click on the title, and I do want you to title all of your tables. This is Astros wins and losses. It kind of defaulted to these Astros colors. You can change the colors if you want. You don't have to. So here's kind of the trickiest part to this. I have my entire table selected. You see these little dots on the outside. That means the whole thing is selected, which moves this tab over here to Chart Design, which is what we want. And right here, we have Select Data. And I want to edit my horizontal axis. Again, I want to change these years. I want 1 to be 2012. I want 9 to be 2021 and everything in between. So I hit edit under horizontal, category, axis labels. And now I type 2012, comma, no space, 2013, comma, no space. And I keep doing all of my years. Remembering to not do 2020. So I did 2012, 2013. Again, separated with a comma each time, no space. So now I'm at 2019, comma, 2021, and hit OK. And make sure that you hit OK a second time. I forgot to hit this OK the second time once, and it went away. So now there are the correct labels on the horizontal axis. And that's really all we need to do here for our bar graph. We do have a spot to put it in the Excel sheet. So what I do is click the whole thing and right click, cut. That takes it away. I want it to be in the bar graph page. I moved and clicked in this top left cell. I mean, you can kind of just click anywhere, I think. Right click, paste, and there we go. I just clicked that one. You can move it around if you want. You can resize it by grabbing one of these dots in the corner. But that is our bar graph. So I'll do the same kind of thing for our line graph, which we'll put in this tab. Again, I want to select the wins and losses column with the title, wins and losses. I go to Insert. That is our bar graph, is that first graph option. Right below it are the line charts. I'll just use this first one. Again, change the title by clicking in the title. And this is still Astros wins and losses, or whatever your team is. And we will still have to change the axes here. So we just click in the graph, hit select data, and I won't make you watch that again. But again, it's select data. You edit the horizontal axis categories. You'll type them 2012, comma, 2013, comma, all the way to 2021, not including 2020. And then you'll hit OK twice. And then the years will be in there correctly. So we can cut, go to the line graph page. You can also hit Control V to paste. And there we go. So again, I'm in the template. Here on mean, median, and mode, this is that data that you've been doing in Alex. I'll let you do that on your own. You know how to calculate that. Question 4, 4A, 4B, and 4C. So you'll just be able to type right there. And again, we can go to the instructions. So 4A would be interpret the data in full sentences. Between which years did your team have the most number of wins? Part B is about the most number of losses. Part C, oh, that's right, I have to show you to do that. For the entire time period covered by this project, what is the overall winning percentage? So if we look at it's easier to answer part A and B looking at the line graph. So blue line is wins. Over what period of time did they increase their wins? I think that's part A. Did they have the most number of wins? So the highest that the blue line goes is right up here. So that's from what was that, 2015 to like 2019, I think. Is that what that would be? Where did they have the most losses? Well, the Astros were real bad at the about 10 years ago, 2012, 2013. That's where we would have the most losses. So you're just putting sentences there about where they had the most wins and losses. Now, the winning percentage, again, that auto sum button is nice. How many total wins did we have in this period of time? I hit my auto sum and see that we had 752. How many total losses did we have? We had 706. So 752 plus 706. If I hit enter, will it add that? No. Let me just add this. 752 plus 706 gave us a total of 1,458 games played. The total winning percentage is the number of wins divided by total games played. So my winning percentage would be 752 divided by 1458. And so that's going to be the winning percentage. Well, so what is that? Let's see. That's 0.5157. Does it tell us what decimal to use? It does not. So again, if we get 0.515, that's about 51.5% or 52%. You can round to the nearest whole percentage. So that's how you find the winning percentage for question 4. And now we can look at the pie charts. Oh, I didn't realize they had the names attached in the template. You don't have to list the names. So what I did was I just made some columns here. Left-handed pitchers, right-handed pitchers. A few years ago, there was a single pitcher in the league who used both hands. I don't know if he's still in the league. But this is all you need to create your pie charts. Now, there's a note in here because the baseball season hasn't started yet. So teams are still using what's called the 40-man roster. They haven't made their 26-man rosters yet. So you can either look up like the depth chart. If we Google something like Astros depth chart, we'll see something like this. So we have our pitchers here. Let's see. Let me try a different depth chart. I don't remember which depth chart I used. Oh yeah, I think this is what I used. So B/T is bats/throws. So if they're a pitcher and it's an R under T, that means that they're right-handed. So this is where I got my list of right-handed and left-handed pitchers. So you have your rotation. These are the 5 starters, and then the bullpen. These are also pitchers. So this is where I got my list of right-handed and left-handed pitchers. We only have one left-handed pitcher right now. So, well, I don't know what I got it the 4 from, but you'll make a list of number of left-handed pitchers, number of right-handed pitchers. And then it's just insert. And the third chart here is the pie chart. And we can change the title to Astros pitchers. And there we have it. How many are right-handed? How many are left-handed? You can choose this one to have the percentage visible there. And same thing for the batters. So if we look at the MLB.com depth chart, we start off with the pitchers, and then underneath this add, here are the batters. Again, B for bats, if they bat right-handed or left-handed. And this is where I got my list of left-handed and right-handed hitters. If you see an S, that means switch. That means they can hit from either side of the plate. So just write down or put the number of left-handed batters, the number of right-handed batters, select both, insert, make a pie chart. You can get fancy if you want. I do like seeing the percentages. So that's just clicking the third chart design here. And that's it. So, yeah. So you can just do the, you don't have to do the names. You can just do the pie chart there like I showed you. So I think that's everything. And then you'll click the upload spreadsheet here. Again, this is in Blackboard. You'll see the baseball project underneath the signature assignment. And this looks different on my end, but you attach your file, your template, and submit. We did set up multiple opportunities for you to submit should you have issues submitting this project. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and see you next time.